Not talking about anybody in this house. Talking about the one that's underneath Grandma's chair right now.
Hey, let's talk about sports. Late night for the Bulls. Quick turnaround for them. You guys catch that game? What a game.
Yeah, I see you, boy. I see ya. I see you. I see you. Yeet. I see ya. I see you, mister. I see ya. I see you. I see you. I'm gonna open Google Chrome. If you guys see that thing right there, don't ask me how do I remove it because I really do not know.
Going block by block. That's how we'll make property taxes more fair. That's what Larry Rogers Jr. is doing, hosting hundreds of community meetings to give residents a say.
I need to see if he comes out, so what we're gonna do is this.
Let's fight unfair tax bills, no matter where you live. Senator Dick Durbin, Congresswoman Robin Kelly, Attorney General Kwame Raoul, and local leaders agree. Larry Rogers Jr. is the best choice for Cook County Board of Review.
Let the summer planning begin. Save up to 70% during our pre-season patio clearance. Find all the latest trends ready for immediate delivery.
I wish I can have a device that I can connect to my phone and my camera.
Cashback savings and free early bird installation. Only $76 a month. Springtime is hot tub time. Get up to $6,500 cash back and 60-month financing. Hot tubs from just $139 a month. Only at The Great Escape.
Hey, Chicago.
What?
Listen up. Use the power of your voice to make a difference.
What in tarnation?
Make sure you look for ballot question 1. All the
What
way
in
to the end.
my...
Remember to
I got a
vote
cramp in my
yes
leg.
to bring Chicago home. Make corporations pay their fair share. Fund real solutions for housing and homelessness.
My
And give
thing
working
crashed.
household buyers a tax cut. Vote yes on ballot question 1 on or before March 19th.
Don't miss the biggest semi-annual sale at the Lennox. Save hundreds of the latest trends and styles. Like this sofa for just $5.99. No interest for 60 months and next day delivery.
I'm Valerie Berman, president of The Room Place, and that's our promise to you.
Let's vote to keep Justice Joy Virginia Cunningham on the Illinois Supreme Court. After a trailblazer career, she's now Cook County's first black woman on our state's highest court. Highly qualified and
Stuck.
highly recommended.
Stuck here in a stinking role.
Ensuring equal opportunity and fairness
Pause.
under the law. On March 19th,
Pause.
vote
Get it?
Joy for
I'm
experience.
stuck here in a
Joy
stinking
for
role.
God.
Smooth and
Joy
Diet
for justice. Vote to keep Justice Joy Virginia Cunningham on the Illinois Supreme Court.
I knew you were gonna do that. Okay. I'm putting it right here.
That came out of that legal
Done.
tampering period. But the Bears were signing Ruby back DeAndre Swift to a 3-year contract. Swift is familiar with the division, having
I'm done.
drafted to the Lions, but
I'm
he's happy
done.
to be there.
Just got here today.
Lenny.
I could tell it's
Lenny.
family.
Lenny. Lenny.
The Kasky family and how the things that I've heard. Thank them for allowing me to be a part of this tremendous organization. Mr. Poles for believing me, trusting me, for bringing me in first and foremost. But I could tell the family oriented place, the people I just met.
What?
In the cafeteria, everybody smiling, was happy. Seems like a place where you want to come and work every day.
We also met veteran safety Kevin Byard today, who was impressed by the Bears'
What is
defense
it?
last season. He's excited to be a veteran voice in this young sector.
Really like what Coach Matt is building here. Just as a team, there's a lot of things to be excited about. But like I said, his defense has a lot of great pieces here for sure, especially in the secondary. Obviously, just signed Jalen to a big extension. I really think highly of him. He's a really great player. Just excited about the prospect of what we can build this team and the challenge of obviously trying to knock Detroit off the high horse.
The Bulls host the Clippers tonight at 7 o'clock, coming off of another
We're good.
from behind victory last night in Indiana. DeMar DeRozan,
No, we're not.
36 points, including the game-tying shot to send it to overtime, plus the game-winning 3. These late
Really?
victories continue
Really?
the theme
Really, Goof? Really, goofball? Really?
And some big news within the last hour or so. DePaul, has their new head basketball coach officially announcing the hire of Chris Holtman, who most recently was coaching at Ohio State, but he also coached.
There we go. I think I fixed that.
Season appearances and is a
Maybe.
conference coach of the year, including 2017 Big East
Ah.
Coach of the year. It's a huge hire for the Blue Demons, and it's cool to have Holtman back.
Why is my thing out of focus?
Yeah.
Appreciate it.
We'll be back with a look at the top stories we are following right now.
Instagram for NBC Nightly News next 5:30.
Wait. Ugh. Just in case he wants to go up on there.
A 10-year-old boy, good grades, never been in trouble with the law.
my news website crashed.
Evidence showed he was innocent, but Burke ignored it and prosecuted him anyway. A judge
Okay, you lame, Lennox.
says she did nothing wrong.
Wait, now my Google Chrome just crashed.
That's why Cook County Democrats endorse Clayton Harris.
I hate whenever it does that. It's annoying.
Stand up for safety and justice. Clayton Harris, the Democrat for state's attorney.
Every day, we rebuild hearts and put them to the test.
What? 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 What?
But what we
What?
do every day
What do you want?
might be one of the biggest threats you've ever faced. So here, you won't face it alone.
Do you think it would be a bad idea to feed him?
Important patient we've ever had.
Oh, he did?
Your best
Oh,
health
I didn't know that.
Endeavor. Introducing Endeavor Health.
Walter E. Smith's really huge clearance event is going on now.
I didn't know he already ate.
Furniture is priced to
Sorry, Lenny.
70% off floor sale.
I totally did not know you already ate.
Smith's showroom soon.
You look so devastated. I get it.
Blatant mismanagement.
Let's go to... it doesn't want to work.
Wrongly assigned felony records, risking jobs and housing for immigrants. And ABC
Do you see this, Lennox?
to return bond payments to innocent.
Do you see this?
Corruption.
Uh-oh.
The numbers show Martinez has raised more than $45,000 through employee donation not long after they got pay raises.
Cook County leads a proven reformer. Mariana Sparopoulos, the endorsed Democrat for clerk of the Sacred Court.
Absolute disgust in the suburbs over some disturbing images found after a high school prom.
And those developments lead our top stories tonight. Police are investigating claims that dozens of students and 3 teachers at Richmond Burton High School were targeted by someone using AI to turn innocent photos into explicit ones. A letter went out to parents on Monday about the AI-generated images.
The growing measles outbreak is now affecting 2 Chicago public schools. There's a case at Armour Elementary in Bridgeport and another at Cooper Dual Language Academy in Pilsen. A total of 10 cases are now in the city.
We still have a little bit of light drizzle falling right now in Lake County. Somebody have to turn the windshield wipers on the intermittent setting there for a little while longer. And it looks like we're going to be in store for perhaps a little bit of rain over the holiday weekend.
He tired.
Details coming up at 6.
Pete's back. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. That's going to do it for us at 5 o'clock. Thanks so much for joining us. We've got NBC Nightly News next with Lester Holt.
And coming up on the NBC 5 News at 6, Chicago gets ready to celebrate. We'll show you how the city is preparing for St. Patrick's Day.
And straight ahead on Nightly News, late winter tornadoes and feet of snow. NBC Nightly News tracking severe weather across the nation.
NBC Nightly News with Lester Holt is coming up next.
Seen these ads? They're paid for by people who want to raise your utility rates. But J.B. Pritzker and his administration stood up to them, rejecting their plan to raise rates and holding down prices in Chicago.
I can't type.
Win for consumers. Voted to cut a request from People's Gas to increase rates. The companies requested a record high rate increase, but that won't be the case.
Now Chicagoans will save hundreds of dollars because we have a governor who's working for us.
Politics as usual. Eileen O'Neill Burke prosecuted the brutal murder of an elderly woman 30 years ago. Now,
I did spell Lennox wrong. Lennox, Uncle doesn't know how to spell your name right.
Clayton Harris Harris, who lobbied against workers' rights and contributed to anti-abortion Republicans as a corporate lobbyist. To political insider Harris, that's all just part of the game.
So what I'm gonna do is go here. That is muted. So what I can do is I can go over here. Connect stream stuff with the previous view. So I can do this.
Trump's motion to dismiss his classified documents case. The former president back in a Florida courtroom today for another showdown with special counsel Jack Smith. But the judge denying Mr. Trump's bid to throw out the charges over the documents the FBI seized from Mar-a-Lago. And in New York, word that Mr. Trump's hush money trial will be delayed. But by how long?
It's not made for kids. Save. So I'm available to see what you guys are saying right over there. And hold on.
Senator Chuck Schumer urging Israel to hold new elections and oust Benjamin Netanyahu. Americans stranded as chaos grips Haiti and put the U.S. House migrants fleeing the violence at Guantanamo Bay. The all-out search for
It's frozen.
college student. The last
Okay.
known videos of him was he overserved alcohol before disappearing. His family biggest rocket ever built, successfully launched by SpaceX, but breaking up during re-entry. Now the FAA is investigating. And meet the new class of astronauts training to take America back to the moon.
Maybe. Are we good? Okay, I think we're good. So what we're gonna do is let Lennox give me a sniff check. There it is. Give Lennox a little chin scratch for his mama.
Meantime, 1,200 miles away
To
in
think that I'm taking care of
Mr. Trump's first criminal trial.
Sorry if it's really shaking. It does this every time. I do this every time whenever I'm on a bad angle. And I have no idea why. So, blame my hand.
Mr. Trump's legal team had asked for a 90-day delay. The DA
Okay.
wants defense time to review thousands of newly provided documents. That trial
Are you
is currently
sleeping?
scheduled to start on March 25th.
Are you
with
sleeping?
jury selection. Laura Jarrett has more on today's legal split screen.
I can see his tail in the background just wagging like a little bird.
To toss out criminal charges alleging he hoarded classified documents at Mar-a-Lago.
Good boy.
Presumptive GOP nominee seen arriving this morning, greeting supporters.
What's going on over there?
Courthouse. His attorneys arguing the law on national security secrets is
How's chat doing?
and that Mr. Trump believes
I might say something in chat.
the documents as his personal records, according to the presidential records
Poop.
Act, saying last night.
You're having a save day. Not for me.
Earlier at the hearing, appearing skeptical of any argument to
We
based on the Presidential Records Act, telling Mr. Trump's team it's difficult to see how this gets you to the dismissal of an indictment. No decision yet on a trial date. Mr. Trump's team urging her to push it until after the November election. That ruling coming after a surprising setback.
Good message. Okay. We're good. How do I turn off my chat?
Attorney's office saying they do not oppose waiting 30 days to start the trial in an abundance of caution. The case where prosecutors have accused the former president of bearing a hush money payment to a porn star ahead of the 2016 election, now marred in a fight over a significant number
Video,
of
maybe.
Michael Cohen, the man who made the payment. Records Mr. Trump's attorneys say they need to prepare their defense. According to a new court filing, tens of thousands of pages of documents were only recently turned over to Mr. Trump's team. A Trump spokesman responding tonight, this case...
How do I turn off my chat and Streamlabs? Maybe it's on the platform, YouTube.
Mr. Trump's defense team says they need at least 90 days to delay here, given the number of
I want to show how
The
many.
judge could do something shorter than that, or he could decide he wants to hear from both sides.
I don't get it.
All right, Laura, thanks very much. Tonight's other
top story, severe weather ripping across much of the country, from tornadoes touching down in several states late today to that massive snowstorm in the Mountain West. Dana Griffin has the latest.
That is insane. Tonight, a tornado touching down in Indiana. Several homes destroyed.
That's Kansas.
In Kansas, in Missouri, golf ball-sized hail. Meanwhile, the biggest snowstorm to hit Colorado in 3 years arrived overnight, dumping 2 to 3 inches per hour. Leaving drivers stranded and parts of I-70 closed. And early and often, that's the strategy for some residents trying to shovel their way through this continuous snowfall.
I think I'm going to be out here 2 more times.
Today,
Probably.
heavy, weighed down snow, concerning for neighbors like Mary Ison, trying to clear snow from her prized cherry tree. It's very stiff. There's a lot of water. More than 30
Okay, yeah, whatever, it's fine.
and most schools took a snow day.
I don't know if it went away or not.
More than 800 flights canceled.
Doesn't look like on the. Oh, yep, it. I think we're gonna do a test, a system test. Let's do.
They got on the bus yesterday at 3:30.
Some women stuck without their medicine.
No, is the chat box down? Okay, no.
By Thursday afternoon,
Dang.
the group finally back on the road and proving their resilience.
We kind of know how to handle things when they're tough.
And there's hope.
Dang it! I don't know how to change it.
Friday.
Indeed, it's been snowing for more than 24 hours in some areas. So how much more is expected tonight?
Oh, yep, yep. So the chat's supposed to be right here somewhere. I don't know how to. Real quickly, let us do something and see if this works or not. If we're gonna turn on the stream. Okay, Chrome just crashed on me again. And Streamlabs does not like me today. That's fair. That's fair for me. That's fair for a cat too.
That smashed through windshields in Oklahoma and in Arkansas. So what do we do from here on through the evening? Tornado watches cover portions of 10
Be quiet.
from Ohio all the way down into areas of Texas. Isolated
I'm almost like.
strong tornadoes are possible. At the same time, round 2 has started in Colorado. Heavy wet snow is continuing.
Lenny, it fell.
Top of the snow that already fell is going to cause additional power outages.
Oh.
Thank you. In Washington,
Ow.
Senate Democrat Chuck Schumer with stinging criticism.
My landscaping mode does not want to work. Oh boy.
It's a rare rebuke of the elected leader of a key U.S. ally. Garrett Hake has late details.
As Israel targets Hamas in Gaza and the humanitarian crisis grows, the top Senate Democrat delivering a scathing rebuke of Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin.
Okay, Lenny, I'm coming back here again. And I hope I don't fall on my side again and injure myself. Am I right? Yeah? Okay, cool. Cool talk.
Schumer, the highest-ranking Jewish elected official in American history, blamed for the war at the feet of Hamas. But saying that
Feel free to chat. And I will be looking at it on my phone. So, hey, it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay, buddy. It's okay. You're good. You're a good boy. You're a good boy. You know that? You're a good boy. You're a good boy. Oh, you guys can barely see him, so I'm going to move you guys up. And once I leave, you guys will be able to see this little guy.
Closest ally in the region is in an existential battle for its very survival. Netanyahu has not responded to Schumer's comments. Meanwhile, President Biden has criticized Israel's military operations as over the top and privately complained of Netanyahu, quote, giving him hell, sources told NBC News last month.
Let's see if he does it for you guys.
Thanks. Now to the increasingly
But
desperate situation in Haiti.
I know how to get him.
Among those struggling to get out as the violence and chaos grows. Gutierrez is following it all from the neighboring Dominican Republic.
Tonight, a catastrophe is unfolding in Haiti. Each day, people running for their lives. Gang violence in Port-au-Prince now trapping Americans caught in the crossfire. Hundreds of stranded U.S. citizens registering with the State Department.
We just want to go home.
Missionary Jill Dolan and her
Okay, let's see if he does it for you guys.
Airport. She's desperate to get back to Florida in time for her daughter's wedding. Instead, she's ducking for cover.
We did hear gunfire like right outside at this gate, and it was very scary. And we all went running and we turned off the lights and just like hid in our room until it went away.
Amid concerns of a mass exodus from Haiti, the Dominican Republic is increasing patrols along its border, and the U.S. is considering temporarily housing Haitian migrants at Guantanamo Bay like it's done before. Today, in the Dominican border town of Dajabon, Haitians were briefly allowed to cross into this closed-off market. But if they went too far illegally, we saw bus after bus deporting them. This widow, mother of 6, told us she was desperate for food. We don't have work. We don't have a president. We have nothing, she says. The UN just announcing an air bridge, essentially a humanitarian corridor in the sky to bring over humanitarian aid from the Dominican Republic across the border into Haiti.
Oh, you like that? What am I sitting on?
Recently visited family in Haiti. A gang overtook his bus, leaving him with no passport and no way out.
They took all my stuff, my documents, my bags, my phones, my money that I had in my pocket.
Tonight, this is the end of chaos, a humanitarian crisis at yet another border.
And Gabe, it's important to note that violence is just one of the reasons so many Haitians are trying to get out.
Okay, I will get my phone and you guys can see the audience. I mean, you guys can see the cat, I meant to say. Nah. You're sleepy. Oh, don't tell me you're gonna don't. Oh.
Make a major show of force in the region. Here's Janice Mackey-Frayer.
Here on Okinawa, amphibious carriers are landing on a beach
Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Watch this. Let's see if he does it.
American vehicles rolling off the Japanese
He actually did it.
U.S. expanding joint military drills to host close coordination.
You know you could have walked across the couch in order to do it.
And for the first time, the exercise called Iron Fist said to name China as the hypothetical enemy.
I know you hear me. I know you hear me.
What is it that China is doing that is creating this potential for conflict?
Well, they're in conflict with everybody.
Take my mind, take my pain.
Small, very small kinetic problem with an untethered, unanchored China is destabilizing China.
With Japan facing its gravest security threat in decades, spending billions on American stealth fighter jets and cruise missiles to defend against China, but also Russia and North Korea. A key part of Japan's strategy involves fortifying an island chain with missile systems and a new military base.
I know you can hear me, Lenny.
Creating a wall centered around
I know you can hear me. So, I'm gonna go over by you.
Claims over most of the disputed South China Sea are causing friction, with close encounters involving Chinese ships and aircraft. The U.S.
Yeah, you see yourself.
For years, these drills were held in the U.S. and last year moved here.
Really?
As deterrence and a message that Japan is readying to fight. Janice Mackey-Frayer, NBC News, Okinawa.
In 60 seconds, the search intensified for a missing college student in Nashville. Seen on surveillance, but never returning to his hotel. The mystery after this.
Okay, when you turn around, you're going to see someone. Let's imagine that LL Cool J has a bubble around him. Do we want to be engaged? There are some situations that young homeowners turning into their parents just can't.
I'm gonna go use the bathroom.
Yeah, there he is. There's my nephew.
There he is.
Video of him
There
piano.
he is.
That's not how you take a selfie. Progressive can't save you from becoming your parents, but we can save you money when you're
You literally had to just move your head.
You don't need to count down. Just take the picture.
When is my allergy spray gonna kick in?
You need Astapro.
Did you literally
It's
move your
faster,
head?
bro. 8 times faster than Flonase. It's faster, bro.
Okay. Oh, okay, he's back to petition.
Astapro starts working in 30 minutes. Astapro and go. It ain't my dad's razor, dog.
Hey,
Hey, watch. From Gillette Labs. This green bar
So
releases trapped hair
Oh,
salon. Game changer. Well, the flex sticks contours to
Oh,
it.
he's
To the
seen
5
my
ways to
phone.
get virtually every hair
Don't
wash
you
for
see
the
my
ultimate
phone?
Gillette shaving experience. The best of
There's a
it
lot of
is Gillette Labs.
We're back now with the urgent search
How
for
do you
a
hear me?
college student missing for nearly a week in Nashville.
Mom, he
His
hears me,
family
and
is
I don't
speaking
know
out to
why.
us as authorities investigate whether he was
Who
overserved
hears you?
alcohol
No,
before
Lenny.
he vanished.
Lennox?
Here's Kathy Park.
Yep.
The search for
He's keeping an
22-year-old
eye
Riley
look at my
Strait intensifying in
camera.
Nashville. Crews using sonar equipment in the Cumberland River.
Where's your camera?
It's just, we gotta find him.
The Missouri
Don't
student
look at my
disappeared
screen.
last Friday night after his family says he left by himself from a downtown bar owned by country music star Luke Bryan. Do you know why he was
It's on the
asked to
coffee
leave the bar?
table.
He was,
It's on like at the coffee table by the
but he didn't have the
really.
And the bartender
Look back on my
was
phone.
like, "You've been
Keep an
overserved.
eye out on my phone, Winnie.
You gotta go."
Surveillance video revealing some of the last moments Riley was seen.
Keep an eye out,
appears to show
Lenny.
him stumbling, even falling.
It hurt to see no one help.
Investigators say
I'll be
right
back,
now, no
Lenny.
foul play is suspected.
This is strictly a missing person investigation at this point.
His parents say Riley stands out. He's 6'7", adding he was visiting Nashville with his fraternity brothers.
I think the last text was around 7:45, and I just said I love you, and he said I love you too.
The family says Riley told his friends he would be back to their hotel, but when his friends arrived, Riley wasn't there, and they couldn't reach him on his cell phone. Police say this 911 call was made the day after Riley was last seen.
And it is that you're wanting to report is missing. We're here on a fraternity formal trip. It's one of my good buddies.
Riley's family now on a mission to bring him back home.
The operator and owner of Luke Bryan's bar says they will work closely with police. Meanwhile, Tennessee authorities have launched an investigation into whether Riley was overserved alcohol. They did not say which establishments were under review. Lester?
Kathy Park in Nashville, thanks. Coming up, trying to stay ahead of a growing outbreak of measles. Chicago vaccinating hundreds with at least 10 cases reported there.
Numbers move you, but some can stop you in your tracks, like the tens of thousands of people who were diagnosed with certain HPV-related cancers. For most people, HPV clears on its own, but for those who don't clear the virus, it can cause certain cancers. Gardasil 9 is the vaccine given to adults through age 45 that can help protect against certain diseases caused by HPV, including cervical, vaginal, vulvar, anal, and certain head and neck cancers, such as throat and back of mouth cancers and genital warts. Gardasil 9 doesn't protect everyone. It does not treat cancer or HPV infection. Your doctor may recommend screening for certain HPV-related cancers. Women still need routine cervical cancer screenings. You shouldn't get Gardasil 9 if you've had an allergic reaction to the vaccine, its ingredients, or are allergic to yeast. Tell your doctor if you have a weakened immune system, are pregnant, or plan to be. The most common side effects include injection site reactions, headache, fever, nausea, dizziness, tiredness, diarrhea, abdominal pain, and sore throat. Fainting can also happen. Help protect what counts. Talk to your doctor or pharmacist about Gardasil 9.
Sometimes Jonah wrestles with falling asleep, so he takes ZQL, the world's #1 sleep aid brand, and wakes up feeling like himself. Get the rest to be your best with non-habit-forming ZQL. Better days start with ZQL Night.
Beneful knows a full life doesn't just happen. It's a choice. To take a swing, to taste all life has to offer. Choose joy. Choose Beneful. And try Incredibites, just for small dogs.
Beautiful and healthy looking eyes? It shouldn't be a compromise. Lumify Eye Illuminations, developed by the experts at Bausch & Lomb exclusively for the sensitive eye area. To cleanse, nourish, and brighten. Lumify Eye Illuminations, only in the eye care aisle.
Before my doctor and I chose Breztri for my COPD, I had bad days. Flare-ups that could permanently damage my lungs. With Breztri, things changed for me. Breztri gave me better breathing. Starting within 5 minutes, I noticed my lung function improve. It helped improve my symptoms. And Breztri was even proven to reduce flare-ups, including those
clothes that could send me to the hospital. So now, I look forward to more good days.
Breztri won't replace a rescue inhaler for sudden breathing problems. It is not for asthma. Tell your doctor if you have a heart condition or high blood pressure before taking it. Don't take Breztri more than prescribed. Breztri may increase your risk of thrush, pneumonia, and osteoporosis. Call your doctor if worsened breathing, chest pain, mouth or tongue swelling, problems urinating, vision changes, or eye pain occur. Can't afford your medication? AstraZeneca may be able to help.
Ask your doctor about Breztri.
Want luxury hair repair that doesn't cost $50? Pantene's Pro Vitamin formula repairs hair, as well as the leading luxury bonding treatment for softness and resilience without the price tag. If you know it's Pantene.
In the race for state's attorney, politics as usual or the change we need? Clayton Harris is a political insider. He's an anti-union corporate lobbyist who led efforts against fair wages and workers' rights. Eileen O'Neill Burke is a former prosecutor and judge. She'll stem the flow of illegal guns and seek jail time for gun crimes. She's running for state's attorney because she's committed to real change that makes us safer. Democrat Eileen O'Neill Burke, the change we need.
Back now with the latest on the country's growing measles outbreak, with cases this year so far in 17 states. Tonight the focus is on Chicago, with at least 10 measles cases, most of them tied to a single migrant shelter. Jesse Kirsch is there.
Tonight, Chicago officials are trying to keep up with an outbreak of measles in multiple communities, including 2 public schools. Overall, the city reporting 10 cases in just 1 week. 8 of those infections found here at a single city migrant shelter.
At this point, would you say the situation is under control?
Well, measles is quite contagious, and it spreads among those who are not vaccinated. So we are trying to get it under control by vaccinating as many people as possible.
Chicago's Commissioner of Public Health says the city has vaccinated more than 900 shelter residents, but that was after the outbreak began, and immunization takes time.
It takes 21 days for the vaccines to become effective.
This woman is staying at the shelter with her 2 young children. She agreed to speak with us if we concealed her identity. The conditions are awful, she told us. There's more than 300 people in one area. We're all crammed together. The city says it's trying to create more space, moving families with vulnerable pregnant women and children less than a year old to hotel rooms. Nationwide, the CDC reports at least 45 measles cases combined across 17 states so far this year. But Chicago's outbreak underscores that new migrant arrivals can mean new public health challenges. Many here come from Venezuela, which has a low measles vaccination rate. Chicago's mayor says don't blame the migrants.
They didn't bring illness. In fact, migrants are more vulnerable to the existing infectious diseases that we already have here.
Chicago says it's also now offering vaccines right here at the city's landing zone when migrants get off buses to help protect against the potentially deadly measles virus. Lester?
All right, Jesse, thank you. Up next for us, today's critical test in the new space race. Plus, we talk with some of the newest astronauts who may be headed to the moon and beyond.
Doug. Hello, Ghostbusters. It's Doug. Of Doug and Limo. We help people customize and save hundreds on car insurance with Liberty Mutual. Anyway, we got a bit of a situation here. Sure, I can help. Only pay for what you need. Liberty, 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 liberty. Ghostbusters Frozen Empire. In theaters March 22nd.
We're still going for that nice catch.
We're still going for that sweet shot.
And with higher stroke risk from AFib not caused by a heart valve problem,
we're going for a better treatment than warfarin. Eliquis. Eliquis reduces stroke risk and has less major bleeding. Over 97% of Eliquis patients did not experience a stroke.
Don't
Don't stop taking Eliquis without talking to your doctor, as this may increase your risk of stroke. Eliquis can cause serious and, in rare cases, fatal bleeding. Don't take Eliquis if you have an artificial heart valve or abnormal bleeding. While taking, you may bruise more easily or take longer for bleeding to stop. Get help right away for unexpected bleeding or unusual bruising. It may increase your bleeding risk if you take certain medicines. Tell your doctor about all planned medical or dental procedures.
The #1 cardiologist prescribed blood thinner. We're going for it. Ask your doctor about Eliquis.
Want to know a secret? More than just my armpits stink. That's why I use Secret whole body deodorant everywhere.
4 out of 5 gynecologists would recommend whole body deodorant, which gives you 72-hour odor protection from your pits to your Secret whole body deodorant.
Feeling from a backed up gut? Miralax works naturally with the water in your body to help you go. Free your gut and your mood will follow. For 8 grams of fiber, try new Mirror Fiber Gummies.
Detect this. Living with HIV, Robert learned he can stay undetectable with fewer medicines. That's why he switched to Dovato. Dovato is a complete HIV treatment for some adults. No other complete HIV pill uses fewer medicines to help keep you undetectable than Dovato. Detect this. Marlena learned that most HIV pills contain 3 or 4 medicines. Dovato is as effective with just 2. If you have hepatitis B, don't stop Dovato without talking to your doctor. Don't take Dovato if you're allergic to its ingredients or taking dofetilide. This can cause serious or life-threatening side effects. If you have a rash or allergic reaction symptoms, stop Dovato and get medical help right away. Serious or life-threatening lactic acid buildup and liver problems can occur. Tell your doctor if you have kidney or liver problems, or if you are pregnant, breastfeeding, or considering pregnancy. Dovato may harm an unborn baby. Most common side effects are headache, nausea, diarrhea, trouble sleeping, tiredness, and anxiety. Detect this. You could stay undetectable with fewer medicines. Ask your doctor about Dovato.
Tomorrow, on Today, Grammy-winning superstar, Casey Musgraves, performing her hits to brighten your morning. Catch the singer-songwriter live on the Plaza. It's the City Concert Series. Tomorrow, only on Today.
Texas 60 community gathers to remember a boy who loved dancing and was killed in a domestic attack. An update on who police are questioning tonight. And the mayor of Dalton facing several new lawsuits from former employees who claim they were wrongfully fired. Next at 6.
Finally, the FAA says it will investigate a mishap during today's SpaceX Starship launch after the rocket and booster broke apart on re-entry. But NASA and SpaceX say there were many successes in today's flight, and it comes as the newest class of astronauts prepares to one day ride the rocket to the moon. Here's Tom Costello.
On its 3rd test flight, the biggest rocket ever built flew farther and faster than ever before. Hot staging confirmed. Starship performing critical tests and sending back stunning images, breaking apart 45 minutes into flight on re-entry. The SpaceX flight comes as 12 new astronauts earned their wings, with NASA preparing for some very big missions ahead.
Hopefully some of these men and women you see on stage set their footprints on the moon.
Artemis II Commander Reed Weissman will lead the crew that loops around the moon in 2025. By the end of the decade, future astronauts will use Starship to land on the moon. New astronaut Dr. Chris Williams.
Have you dreamed of being among the first to return to the moon? I absolutely hope it's me, and and that I get the chance to do that.
Under Artemis, an Orion space capsule will carry astronauts to a new space station called Gateway, already under construction. This is Gateway, the space station that will eventually orbit the moon. On board, 4 of these modules will host 4 crew members working and living on the station, and sending astronauts from here down to the lunar surface. A sort of floating mothership.
Eventually, all 4 will go down, and then they'll come back and forth from here to get ready to go down the surface or return home.
Perhaps one day, Starship will carry astronauts even further. Air Force fighter pilot and new astronaut Nicole Ayers.
As a little kid, I used to want to be the first person on Mars. So even as a little child, I had the Mars idea for the dream.
Do you still?
Of course. Definitely.
But before Mars, the moon is calling. Tom Costello, NBC News, Houston.
It's all very exciting. That's nightly news for this Thursday. Thank you for watching, everyone. I'm Lester Holt. Please take care of yourself and each other. Good night.
hosts Meet the Press every Sunday on NBC.
Right now at 6, remembering a young life cut short by violence. We'll take you to a vigil paying tribute to a boy killed in a brutal attack in Edgewater.
The mayor of Dalton tonight now facing multiple new lawsuits. We'll tell you what former village employees say got them fired.
The rain is moving out. What that means for your St. Patrick's Day weekend plans. The news at 6 starts right now.
Good evening at 6. I'm Stephen Holtz.
And I'm Kate Chappell in for Allison Rosati. And we begin here at 6 with new developments in a brutal murder in Edgewater. Dozens of people came out to pay tribute to Jaden Perkins, the 11-year-old boy killed in an attack that also left his pregnant mother critically hurt. Natalie Martinez is live right now at that vigil. She joins us with more. Natalie?
Kate, this vigil began at about 5 o'clock and it's still just wrapping up. So many dozens of people came here, loved ones, some family members, some of his fellow dancers and administration and classmates as well came to hug each other, to be here for and with Jaden. So I'm going to step aside so you can see this memorial that has been growing through the course of the day. There were hugs, there were balloons for his 11 years, those gold balloons. There are lots of flowers. You can see the candles. And of course, there was a lot of sadness. This memorial outside, and there's one inside as well for this Pierce Elementary student. Now, on Wednesday morning, neighbors here at Peterson Plaza Apartments, where we are, they heard screaming, and tonight family and friends are grieving the loss. 11-year-old Jaden Perkins, described as kind, as gracious. We heard smart, bright. He was stabbed in the chest and killed. His 33-year-old pregnant mother was critically injured by stab wounds in the attack here on the 5900 block of North Ravenswood Avenue. We're in Edgewater's neighborhood here. One man was taken into custody, but police haven't released any further details on that. But tonight, the grief here is palpable for this boy who loved to dance, who trained at nearby Gus Legacy Studio, and who was, according to neighbors, classmates, parents we spoke to, a well-behaved young man.
It was always fun to try and make somebody laugh, help them with their, when they need help, and give them support when needed. He helped me getting through school, helping with, other people that might have been stupid, helping me make correct decisions in my life. And, I think that was guidance that was helpful to me.
That was a classmate named Mason Hawk. His parents gave us permission to speak to him. You could hear it right there from the mouths of his classmates. Now, as far as the crime here, police said it was a domestic-related incident. We have few details on what happened, confirmed from police. But as for this vigil, we will have much more coming your way at 10 o'clock. We spoke to several other people who had nothing but glowing things to say about this young man who was taken far too soon. For now, we're live in the Edgewater neighborhood. Natalie Martinez, NBC5 News.
Such a difficult evening, especially for those kids. Thank you, Natalie. New here at 6 o'clock, a group of former Dalton employees is suing Mayor Tiffany Henyard and the village for wrongfully firing them. The 3 lawsuits were filed separately, but all claim they were fired for refusing to follow her orders to take part in, they say, unlawful acts. A human resources worker claims Henyard wanted dirt on Thornton Township employees. And a permit department worker says she was fired for refusing to link campaign donations to permitting and licensing. We reached out to the village about these lawsuits, but they have not responded.
We have some photos to show you. Take a look. Chicago police are looking for these 3 men accused of attacking a person on the L. Happened on March 1st aboard a Purple Line train just before 6 p.m. in Adams and Wabash. According to police, the victim says the 3 men came up to them on the train. One of them implied they had a gun, and then all 3 of them allegedly beat the passenger and took their things. No arrests have been made.
A legal victory for Marty Yang, who is serving a life sentence for a 2007 murder. She's the woman accused of killing the girlfriend of former Chicago Bears player Sean Gale. NBC5's Charlie Wojciechowski explains Yang's effort to get a new trial.
13 years after his daughter was convicted for murder, a ray of hope for Larry Moran, the father of Marty Yang.
This is
But this belief, Yang was convicted of the 2007 killing of Ronnie Reuter, allegedly her rival for the affection of former Chicago Bear Sean Gale. At the time she was killed, Reuter was pregnant. Now, Lake County Judge Christopher Stride says certain elements of Yang's post-trial motion can go forward, demonstrating her claim that she cannot be the person who 17 years ago shot Reuter in a Deerfield condominium.
I'm gonna go get it then.
Is grateful that she finally gets someone to listen to her story.
Yang was present for the hearing, using a walker and wearing a Lake County jail jumpsuit. In his 33-page ruling, Stride did exclude some of Yang's motions, but the judge did allow testimony about evidence that attorneys say could prove that Marnie is actually innocent. Stride said this court must hear and consider relevant evidence to determine whether the defendant can establish her claim of actual innocence based on newly discovered evidence concerning the height of the shooting.
He was barely 5 feet tall. These shots were shot from someone who is almost 6 feet tall.
For Yang's family, it was the breakthrough they had been hoping for.
They opened the door and, allowing us to prove that Murray didn't do this and so forth. It takes a huge burden off of our family.
A first step for Yang will be a hearing on the new evidence. A date likely will be set next week. But ultimately, her attorneys say she should get a new trial, something that could still be years away. In Waukegan, Charlie Wojciechowski, ABC 5 News.
Thank you, Charlie. The city's measles outbreak has now spread to at least 2 Chicago public schools. The head of CPS now asking parents to make sure their kids are vaccinated. One case has been reported at Armour Elementary in Bridgeport, another one at Cooper Dual Language Academy in Pilsen.
That we're taking all the precautions, but it's not like COVID. Most of our community is vaccinated, but we still want to be cautious.
The CBS chief, Pedro Martinez, you just heard him there, he says 90% of the district is vaccinated. If you've been exposed and you have the vaccine, you're good. You're protected for life. But if you still need to get one, remember it takes 21 days to take effect. So far, the city of Chicago has confirmed 10 cases of the measles.
Kate Zach is filling in for Brent Miller today. Strong thunderstorms pummeled us this morning.
Boom.
Are they out of the way now? Are we in the clear for the rest of the night? Let's get a check of the forecast.
We're at least in the clear for the strong thunderstorm part. Still could see a little bit of rain, but the bigger story here is the cooler temperatures that have arrived. That's kind of the bad news, good news. You can see readings in the mid-40s. Earlier at O'Hare, earlier this afternoon, temperatures were in the low 60s. The mild air has pushed its way to the south, but along with that warmer air, you could see the line of tornado watches and severe weather that is breaking out just to our south, but that's going to be staying to our south. We'll just have a few showers to contend with through the evening period, and then a little bit of a dry stretch of weather coming up for Friday and into the early part of Saturday before we see another front arrive that brings us a few showers coming away. So we do have a little bit of rain coming away for our holiday weekend. Spell out all the details coming up my forecast in about 8 minutes. Stefan?
Green on the radar, Pete. Green is the theme today. It's the theme this week. St. Patrick's Day is almost here. This year, many of the events are actually happening on the actual holiday. NBC5's Lexi Suter got a chance to see some of the preparations in our communities that are gearing up to go green.
The plans are in place and the banners are raised as the South Side gets ready for its 46th annual Irish Parade.
Oh, energy. Everybody gets excited. It's kind of like the time of year we put Old Man Winter to bed and spring starts and everybody gets out of their houses.
Tom Baffis is a longtime business owner situated right along the parade route at 108th and Western. His grocery store, Fair County Foods, is responsible for selling some 20,000 pounds of corned beef. Just one indication of the excitement for this weekend.
Because we had this parade, everybody has their parties, and people come from all over the city to enjoy this great parade and this great day.
I'm looking forward to seeing the reunion of everybody in the neighborhood coming back.
Marianne Rowan Leslie is this year's parade chair, and she has some advice if you plan to join this Sunday.
Come early. The streets do close about 9:30 in the morning. It's a very family-focused event, so it's a zero tolerance. And if you want to bring a chair, that's a great idea as well.
The annual event isn't just entertainment, but an economic boost, bringing people from across the city to one stretch of the South Side.
This is such an economic driver for the neighborhood that it's just such a win-win for everybody.
The Southside Irish Parade is just one of several big events this weekend. We've got you covered. There's a full rundown of all the things you can do on our website at NBCChicago.com. Lexi Sitter, NBC 5 News.
It's just a fun time. Smiling, having a great day.
Lexi's festive already. Love it.
She's on the south side, but then if you want to see the Chicago River dyed green on Saturday, but maybe you don't want to deal with the crowds, I don't blame you. You can watch all of it live on our streaming channel starting at 10 o'clock. Just head over to the NBC Chicago News channel on Peacock, Roku, or whichever streaming platform you use. You can also watch it live on the NBC Chicago app.
Well, thousands of people left Chicago last year.
Yeah, what a new census report is telling us about the city's population.
Plus a pay dispute at a shuttered nursing home in Joliet, and the investigation now underway.
Going block by block. That's how we'll make property taxes more fair. That's what Larry Rogers Jr. is doing, hosting hundreds of community meetings to give residents a say, leading efforts to reform and modernize assessments, to hold politicians accountable, and help fight unfair tax bills, no matter where you live. Senator Dick Durbin, Congresswoman Robin Kelly, Attorney General Kwame Raoul, and local leaders agree. Larry Rogers Jr. is the best choice for Cook County Board of Review.
There are trucks, and then there's the GMC Sierra. Available with the connected driving experience. And the world's first 6-function multi-flow tailgate. GMC Sierra. It's the truck. Or get 2.9% APR for 72 months on select Sierra 1500 models. We are professional grade GMC.
Let's vote to keep Justice Joy Virginia Cunningham on the Illinois Supreme Court. After a trailblazing career, she's now Cook County's first black woman on our state's highest court. Highly qualified and highly recommended, she's protecting women's rights and ensuring equal opportunity and fairness under the law. On March 19th, vote Joy for Experience, Joy for Equality, Joy for Justice. Vote to keep Justice Joy Virginia Cunningham on the Illinois Supreme Court.
Right now, the Labor Department is investigating several claims against a now closed Joliet nursing home. Workers at Salem Village Nursing and Rehabilitation tell NBC5 they didn't get paid last week, and they're getting a runaround from the owner and managers. They say they were told the facility would close March 15th, and they would get wages until then. We reached out to the nursing home's owner and the company that processes their payroll. So far, we have not received a response.
It looks like people are still moving out of the Chicago area, but in smaller numbers than during the pandemic. New numbers from the U.S. Census show the population of Cook County fell by 24,000 residents last year. Not nearly as many as the 69,000 who left the year before that. Since 2020, Cook County has lost more than 180,000 residents. Still, though, it's the second largest county in the nation at nearly 5.1 million residents.
A new era for Chicago parks. The Park District announced plans to build the city's first fully inclusive and accessible playground in the city. The play space will be built in Jackson Park and will include slides with wheelchair transfer platforms, accessible swings, and sensory nooks. The Obama Foundation is giving the Park District a $4 million grant to build the playground, which can be used by neighbors, clubs, schools, and community-based athletic teams.
Used by everyone. Looks great.
Can't wait.
Some old favorites and some big-name newcomers coming to Highland Park.
Find out who is taking the stage at Ravinia this summer.
Plus, they are women making history at the DNC, the legacy they're hoping to create here in Chicago with their leadership.
And coming up tonight at 10, The Food Guide. We continue our month-long series on some of Chicago's classics. Steve Dolinsky is checking out a West Loop staple on our News at 10.
I'm Mario Lopez. For the first time, Regina King shares her grief over losing her son. The royal Photoshop scandal rolls on. What did William say about Kate today? Plus, Hoda opens up about daughter Hope's health scare. Access is next.
There's the guy who said his training was in perfect condition.
Well, what do you think?
Well, let's see here. It looks pretty nice on the outside. Oh, got a teeny tiny scratch right there, and whoa, game changer. You didn't tell me that you had WeatherTech floor liners?
Of course. I also have the cargo liner and seat protector.
Well, the car looks brand new.
So what do you think of my trade-in now?
It just went up. Way up.
Thought so.
Protect your investment. Visit our factory store in Bolingbrook or see everything at WeatherTech.com.
A
history and establishes a charitable trust to keep the craft alive for generations to come. From preserving a cultural tradition to leaving a legacy, a Raymond James financial advisor gets to know you, your passions, and the way you enrich your community. That's life well planned. Politics as usual. Eileen O'Neill Burke prosecuted the brutal murder of an elderly woman 30 years ago. Now, political insider Clayton Harris is lying about it. It's the same Clayton Harris who lobbied against workers' rights and contributed to anti-abortion Republicans as a corporate lobbyist. To political insider Harris, that's all just part of the game. But if he stoops to lies and smears in his campaign, imagine what kind of state's attorney he will be. Clayton Harris. Politics as usual.
We are celebrating Women's History Month tonight with a story about women making history in politics. For the first time ever, 3 women are spearheading the Democratic National Convention. Of course, Chicago is the host city this year, and all 3 women have local ties. They're determined to prove their skills and to leave a legacy that'll create opportunities for others. Here's Lexi Suter.
Mignon Moore, Kiana Barrett, and Christy George are making history. The trio is at the helm of the upcoming Democratic National Convention, an event that will capture the attention of the nation and bring roughly 75,000 people to Chicago for 1 week in August.
A woman can do this job, that a woman can run a very efficient ship, a very tight ship, that a woman can not only just have a seat at the table, but can shape the table.
Christy George is helping to shape the table as the executive director of the host committee. It's a role she never dreamed would be on her resume, but is so honored it is.
I have 2 little girls at home. I have a 4-year-old and a 6-year-old, Nina and Marley. And it's incredibly important for me to be able to share with them my experiences so that they can believe and know that they can have this opportunity in their lives.
Kiana Barrett is the senior advisor for the host committee. Along with being a mother of 2, Kiana has worked hard for years to create inclusive and equitable environments in both the government and business spaces. In this role, she's striving for those same things.
This will be a pivotal moment to make sure that we're building a bench of talent for young women, for women of color, again, to say no to limitations.
Mignon Moore spoke with us via Zoom from her office in Washington, D.C. Born and raised in Chicago, she was selected by the White House to chair the convention.
You just have to have some courage.
She says it's having courage that's helped her build a successful career in the political arena, and this year is bringing her back home.
The thing I know about Chicago is people participate if they're asked to participate. They participate if they're not asked to participate. They are a city that gets involved, and this is a convention that we want to extend our hands and open our hearts.
Together, they're responsible for making sure the Democratic National Convention goes off without a hitch. At the same time, proving the large-scale event can be at its best with women at the top, empowering females everywhere to take a risk and pave their own way.
We see ourselves as visionary leaders. We see ourselves as world changers. We see ourselves as mothers.
Lexi Suter.
We can do everything.
NBC5 News.
So cool. Good job.
It's a huge job. Think how many people are going to be coming into the city for that event, and they're in charge. They're leading it. That's great.
Yeah, thanks to Lexi for that story.
Hey, Zach, here to check of the weather. I didn't get to sleep because of the thunder going on.
Mother Nature providing the alarm clock this morning. Good morning, yeah.
Did you hear thunder this morning? Because I did.
Yeah, we're done with the thunderstorm activity. Just a few showers around. Let's take a look at pinpoint
You
radar. That light drizzle that we saw earlier in Lake County has now moved its way on over the lake. Still maybe a sprinkle or 2 here. There was some of the low clouds because you can see the temperature 45. That dew point though at 42. So the atmosphere kind of damp out there, and we have those northerly breezes that are blowing. That will keep temperatures only around 50 degrees for the high on Friday, with a little bit of sun coming late in the day. Saturday will rebound into the upper 50s, but with a slight chance for a shower. Then St. Patrick's Day comes along. Mostly cloudy and 42 for the temperature, so a little on the chilly side, and only 38 degrees for Monday with a chance for a shower or maybe a snow flurry mixed in. So you have some cooler than normal temperatures on the way. Here's the radar satellite composite, and look at all the severe weather breaking out along a warm front that has kind of stalled out just to our south here. Actually, the cold air and the warm air are pushing up against one another. You can see the wind arrows kind of converging there and creating this line of thunderstorm activity. Thankfully, it stays well to our south, so we're not looking for anything in the way of severe weather. Just a few showers this evening, and then mainly cloudy skies. A chilly start to the day for tomorrow morning, but a quiet start to the day. So no worries about some thunder waking you up tomorrow morning. By the afternoon, potential for seeing a little bit of sunshine late in the day, and then Saturday comes along. We'll see the winds shifting out of the south. That's going to help temperatures bounce back up into the upper 50s, but you got to notice this here on the map, a cold front approaching. So we'll see a chance for a shower. If you're going to be out and about in the city on Saturday, you might want to have an umbrella, but make it that little pop-up variety because you're not going to be needing to carry it around very long. Sunday, you're going to want to have the winter coat on as you're out and about for the St. Patrick's Day festivities because we're going to be looking at mostly cloudy skies, chilly temperatures, highs only in the low 40s, and then Monday even chillier with highs only in the upper 30s and maybe a stray flurry or rain shower. So here's a look at the next 10 days. We have that 50-degree high on Friday, 58 on Saturday with a chance for showers. Sunday, St. Patrick's Day, only 42 for the high, 38 on Monday with a chance for showers, and then temperatures rebound with another chance for rain late Thursday and Friday of next week. But Stefan and Kate, we've seen snow on St. Patrick's Day. We've seen 70-degree temperatures on St. Patrick's Day. We're kind of splitting the difference. No snow, but no 70s either, by a long shot.
That's all right, as long as it's not frigid and unbearable to watch the river dine.
It will not be frigid, that's for sure, yep.
Yeah, thank you, Pete.
No ice on the river. Yeah, I want to talk about summer. Can we do that?
I'm okay with
Let's start making plans to pack a picnic basket, get a bottle of wine, bring a blanket. Ravinia just released its lineup for the summer. There's always something for everyone. Returning favorites include James Taylor, Robert Plant and Alison Krauss, the Beach Boys, Norah Jones, and Killer Queen. But more than 60 artists are making their Ravinia debuts. Some big names as well. The Violet Femmes, Ben Platt, Gaelic Storm, Crowded House, and KT Tunstall. Tickets go on sale to the general public starting April 24th. Always a good time to Ravinia.
Always a good time. Thinking ahead to summer makes me happy.
Yeah.
Summer, then football. Right?
And fall.
Summer, then, yeah.
In that order.
Yeah, that's how we live in our world. Hey, the Bears, by the way, introduced some of the new free agent signings, and one of them weighed in on this quarterback controversy in this city. Plus, DePaul has announced their new head basketball coach. We'll tell you all about it after the break.
Hi.
I'm Mariana Sperano.
Oh, he was sleeping so nicely.
Of a countywide agency with $1 billion budget, I've brought fiscal responsibility and transparency. We had a AAA bond rating. I am running to be the next.
He woke up the street. Ooh.
Government and make it work for everyday people.
Get your best night's sleep and huge savings on the Property Brothers Scott Living Mattress Collection by Drew and Jonathan. Right now, get a king for a great price or a queen for a twin.
When it comes to good night's sleep,
I think he just slapped you.
Yeah, that's right. They have a terrific selection of Scott Living mattresses, and they can't wait to find one that's perfect for you. So start dreaming big tonight.
Look who's up.
Scott Living Mattress Collection
Look.
by American Mattress.
Look at the camera.
You've trusted for over 35 years.
Dad, it's getting warmer outside. You should call Four Seasons to install a new AC. That AC is older than me. Just saying. That AC wasn't working so well last summer. And we get federal tax credits and manufacturer rebates up to $2,000. We are girls. We know stuff.
Four Seasons will be any estimate by a...
Hey, Sarah.
Buy one, get one offer.
Sarah. Did you? Or did you not do? Right. Amazon.
Alright.
Ugh!
I have to wait a little bit, Justin. I have to pay for my car.
Yeah.
Bunny. Bunny. Hi, baby. Come on. Hi, babe.
Yay! Well, I'm gonna end it off here. Thank you guys so much for watching the stream. There's literally nobody here, but that's okay. I want you guys to have a fantastic night. It is 6:25 CDT. If you guys are somewhere around here, in Cook County, Chicago, Illinois, make sure to leave a like and subscribe.
It's probably going to be...
Okay, I am not turning on this fudging TV. Thank you guys so much for watching. Have an amazing night. I will be up and running if we have a severe thunderstorm warning, tornado warning, or all those kind of stuff that I have to pick up the camera. It's a live stream. And I will see you guys next time. Good night. I will see you guys next time. Take care.